What's up, everybody? There we go. Share this thing out. Watching LSU and South Carolina game 3. Tigers down 4-0 in the top of the second. Hang on, I'm sharing this. This sucks. LSU absolutely blew game 2 of this series. And for all intents and purposes, they have What? Hang on. Brian and Annie Penn, what's up, y'all? 9 people watching. Y'all give me your comments. Shout out to everybody who's watching. If you're watching, please hit the thumbs up too. That's a big help if you would. Hi, Drew. You want to come hang out with Daddy? Come see. Come see Daddy. We're going to talk to the people. We're going to talk to the people. Oh, you're so big now. You're so big now. Can you say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, what is your name? What's your name? What's your name? My name is... My name is... Drew. Very good. So LSU loses game 1 of the doubleheader, game 2 of the series. They led 2-0 going into the 7th. And man, my goodness, they blew it. That one in game 2 against Tennessee. If this LSU team misses postseason, those are going to be the two reasons because Jesus Christ. Why would he go to Hilliard? I don't get it, man. I don't get Maneri sometimes. I mean, like, at the end of the first game of this doubleheader, I understand what he's doing. You're up 2-0. AJ Labus is cruising. Hi, Drew. AJ Labus is cruising. 58 pitches to get through 6 innings. He is cruising. Like, he had a lot of run. They couldn't touch him. You had great defense behind him. It made a lot of sense. You run Labus out there for the 7th. He finishes off the 7th. You win the game. You have every pitcher available for game 3 except for Marceau and Labus. Everyone else is available. And Labus gives up back-to-back singles. Hi. He's so sweet. Labus gives up back-to-back singles. Hi, Drew. Hey, Eddie Cooper said, "What up, Drew?" Jonathan Gardner said, "Hello, Mr. Drew." Can you say hello, Eddie?
Hi.
Say hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Very good. Be there. All right. That's 5 now. So I totally get. Hi, Drew. I totally get running Labus out there for Breezy Bro. What's up, Breezy Bro? Do not call Dylan Cruz overrated. He's incredible. He's just a freshman. Hi, Drew. Running Labus out there for the 7th is 100% the right decision to make. In the back-to-back singles, and then they sacrificed over to 3rd. He walked a guy, so the bases were loaded. And then you bring in Fontenot, and that's the part I don't get. And people are crushing Fontenot and saying, but honestly, I need to go. I'm going to do this weekend, and we will talk about it on Monday. Hi. I'm going to go look up Fontenot when he pitches twice in a weekend. It's just like When he pitches twice in a weekend, he's not as effective. He's a max effort guy. Look at Thursday night in the 8th inning. Thursday night in the 8th inning, he was 3 up, 3 down, struck out the side. He was overpowering. He's awesome. But when you empty the tank, it's hard to go back to that in the same weekend. And Fontenot hasn't been able to do it. And it's happened all year. When they go to him the second time, he's just not as effective. When they go to him to a second inning, he's just not as effective. But part of me understands what Paul was doing. He's sitting there with a runner on third, on second. He's there with runners on second and third, and he's thinking, in one out, he's thinking, I need a strikeout. Is what he's thinking. Okay, buddy. He's thinking, I need a strikeout. I need a pitcher that can get me a strikeout here. And as much as I think of Helmers and all those guys, Helmers and Edwards, they're not strikeout pitchers. Your only strikeout pitchers are in that situation would have been Fontenot or probably Ty Floyd. So he went with his veteran guy. So he's weighing two different things, and he was just wrong. He was just wrong. Hi, Drew. And anyway, it's just bitterly disappointing to lose that game, y'all, because you just got to do math, right? So like the next 2 weeks you're at 4 wins right now. You got to win this game, and you're down 5-0, which you're not going to rally and win this game. Not in a 7-inning game. But this is the problem. You got 4 conference wins. 13 and 7 was LSU's record the last time they missed postseason. I think. Hi, Drew. Hang on. Is 0-4-6. Yes. Hey, bud. Yes. Hi, Drew. Drew says hi 10,000 times a day. So, here's, by the way, 29 people watching, only 3 people have hit the like. If you would please hit the thumbs up. I cannot begin to tell you how important that is. So thanks to everybody who's watching. Please hit the thumbs up. It's just a you're not going to get spammed or anything. That's just the way that YouTube knows to tell more people this is live, and that's how we get more viewers. So if you could hit the thumbs up button, that would just be massively helpful. This is my package from Dead Sox. I ordered some new Dead Soxies this week. I'll finish my thought. I'm sorry. I know I've been a little scattered. So Maneri was going to a situation with a runner at third where he felt like he needed a strikeout. So he went to Fontenot because he thought that was the guy. It just wasn't effective, and he was wrong. And so they lose the game, and now you look at the math. They're at 4 wins. You're going to lose this game. The next 2 weekends, you got Arkansas and Ole Miss, who are 2 legit top 5 teams in the country. Drew, on your booty, please. Thank you. Sit in the chair. He's like up on like that chair right there. Like he tipped the chair over last week, like facing the chair. He's watching the baseball game. It's so good. Sorry, hang on. Gotta get the kickstand. Sorry. Hold on. Let's say you get one game each of the next 2 weeks that puts you at 6. And then you've got Bama, Auburn, and Texas A&M. You can win each of those series. So let's say that's 6 wins. That puts you at 12. You lose this game, realistically, you would need to sweep someone along the way to get to 13. And 13 was your win total in SEC last time you missed conference play. So missed postseason play. So this game is just critical, man, and they're down 5-0, and it's just not going to happen. It's really disappointing. Let's see. Breezy Bro, hey Drew, say go Duke. Diehard Duke fan, there, Breezy Bro, from Eunice, Louisiana. Diehard Duke fan. Ross Singletary, what did Helmers do to not get a start on the weekend? Ross, to me, that is the biggest mystery, and I know the answer. The answer isn't anything that Helmers did or didn't do. It's Paul Maneri's a guy that goes with gut feel and hot hand and plays hunches, and he saw Blake Money go and shove for 4 innings in relief against Vanderbilt in a game where Vanderbilt was up a bajillion and was giving away at bats, and it was more just playing out the string. But Maneri said, maybe we got something with Blake Money here. Guy throws 95, maybe he could be a weekend guy. And clearly he's not. Like, Blake Money throws 95. His problem is his secondary stuff is not any good. And you see that. Like, if he has to throw a fastball over the plate, then good hitters will just sit fastball, and when they get it, they crush it. I mean, when he pitched earlier this year against, was it the Oral Roberts series? He got rocked by Oral Roberts. I think Texas Southern rocked him in a midweek. Like, until he may be a good pitcher, but until he develops the secondary stuff, he's just not going to be any good. So I would prefer Helmers. I mean, Helmers is a guy that has started. He started on the road in the midweek. I mean, I know it's midweek, but there's still something to be said for going to ULL and starting in front of their fans. Anyway. That couldn't have been timed any better. Dead Soxy, new standard and premium dress socks, y'all. So y'all know I do actually spend money on the stuff that I endorse. If you use the promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, you get 30% off. They got a great great deal right now on all their spring deals. So the packaging for Dead Soxy is awesome, by the way, too. So it's check it. You get this box, right? So it's box. The box opens. And then it's like pack each sock comes in its own individual pack, and then you can see the sock there, which one it is. So it's like Velcro. Check that out. I'm pumped, man. Some Dead Soxy. I'm telling you, it's the only socks I wear now. They're phenomenal. So could not recommend highly enough. If you're looking for socks, good Father's Day gift, deadsoxy.com. Not sponsoring the stream, just great business. Awesome product. Use the promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and you save 30% off your order. Ross Singletary, Matthew Rogelio, Eddie Cooper, Dunn is done. This ain't Alan Dunn's fault, man. I mean, are you kidding me? Dunn doesn't. I'll tell you one mistake Alan Dunn made, though, Eddie, is Devin Fontenot's first pitch that your boy crushed for the 2-run double. Why are you running out there throwing a fastball first pitch to Devin Fontenot? How about you start with something off speed? Like, that's the problem I have is in that moment. Like, their hitters are sitting fastball. They've already seen him. Why don't you change it up? Go Tiger, said Paul Maneri and Alan Dunn both suck. They don't suck. They're just – I think you've got a young team. You lost one of your weekend starters out of injury. You're starting 3 true freshmen. Now we get Garrett Edwards. Down 5-0. Now you get Garrett Edwards. Andrew repass. But did you need the K there, huh? Just like companion show. But did you need a K there? Runner on third was meaningless. Just come in to get 2 outs. Runner on second is stranded. But if you put the ball in play, I understand what you're saying, but if you put the ball in play there, you get hit, like what happened, right?
Strenuous? What am I going to do? Just behind you?
What?
I don't want to get him a shot. Is it just behind you?
Yeah.
You got the alley?
Let's see. See faux show. 26 people watching, 27 people watching, only 16 have hit the like. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. Dunn pitch calling has not been good. He was actually, I'll disagree. I thought Dunn's pitch calling for Marceau on Thursday was spectacular. they started these South Carolina hitters off speed all game Thursday, and it allowed Marceau to get ahead on everybody. Jesus Christ. Well, we wanted Edwards, and he gives up a double to lead off the inning. They're done. This sucks, man. They're done. Erica just got home.
Do you wear shoes?
That's Dead Soxy.
I was like, do you wear shoes?
That's
You don't ever order stuff for you. It's just funny.
Yeah. I wonder if I could share this to Facebook.
Oh, this robe.
Drew got a robe.
Oh, zip up robe.
Oh, Lord.
For the pool.
Drew got a zip up robe for the pool. It's good to be Drew Moscona. I'm trying to share
God, I'm
this.
huge.
What?
Oh my God, it's enormous.
That's what she said.
It's enormous.
That is.
Don't
Yeah.
wear it in 5 years. Oh gosh.
Send it back.
I can't. Look.
Oh, you got a personal.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't wear it in 10 years, but it's a small. It's a large. Oh no, she did the wrong one. Thank God. She's gonna have to redo that.
What? Let me see.
Order a large.
Let me see. Let me see it. I want to show them.
It's big.
Just let me see.
Okay.
Here's Drew's new robe for the pool.
It could fit me. Why did I mean, I'm not really large.
That's huge. It's a nice robe, though. Edwards is giving up back-to-back hits here. Ugh. Getting rocked. Let's see. Thank you, Andrew. Just get a damn out. Give up the run. It's 2-1 with 2 outs. But if you give up a hit, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you give up the hit, which they did, then it's a tie ball game. He was trying to not put the ball in play. I understand what he was going for there. I understand your point that you can concede a run. I totally understand that. So you play back in the infield. I get all of that. But you give up a hit, you're tied. So I also understand leveraging that as well.
How long are you doing this?
I don't know.
Did you start?
17 minutes ago. Drew was sitting on my lap. He was hanging out at the beginning of it too. By the way, y'all, HUDCO hat party tonight. I don't know that everybody's super pumped to do anything now, but it's 3:30, so I'm gonna get out. Nice play. All right, Arnold, that's a nice play. I'll get over to so Beau Rue tonight. If you're in Baton Rouge, Beau Rue Ramen and Electric Depot, 6 until 9. Get you a free HUDCO hat. We'll be slinging these things. Eat some dinner. Drown your sorrows. Anyway. Vincent Elisar. Been a rough year for LSU sports. Yup. It has, Vincent. It's all cyclical, man. I can remember like around 06-ish. Things were awesome. Basketball went to the Final Four. Women's basketball went to the Final Four. Football won the Sugar Bowl. Baseball wasn't so hot, but if I'm not mistaken, softball that year was in the Women's College World Series. Yeah. Let's see. Carly Cat, this is unreal. He starts money over Helmers. What the hell? I mean, Carl, I'm with you, but I also am not surprised. I mean, he basically told us he was going to do it. He did it last week. Another pass ball by Travinsky. If Travinsky passed balls were a drinking game, we'd be dead.
You have to bring community coffee because they're out talking.
That's fine. I don't understand why he keeps playing Travinsky. That's one that's just Paul's always played favorites, and I get it that Milazzo hasn't hit, but Travinsky hasn't hit either. I mean, I don't care if you hit bombs against Grambling and Texas Southern in the midweek. It's irrelevant. when you cannot even contact the baseball in SEC games, you cannot play. When you routinely cost your team runs because you can't handle your pitching staff, you cannot catch. Like, the operative part of catching is catching the baseball.
They lose the first game too?
They lost. They were up 2-0, and they gave up 4 runs in the 7th. Lost 4-2. Yep. Let's see. Keyman 70525. Speaking of your endorsements, how's the Dr. Green's mattress? How's the Dr. Green's mattress, Erica?
Great. It is so comfortable.
It is so comfortable. Would you give me a napkin, please? I'm bleeding.
Okay. You're bleeding?
Yeah. My leg. It's cut my leg. Dr. Green's mattress is awesome. If y'all are interested in a mattress, sleepoutsidethebox.com. That's Dr. Craig Green. He's a Baton Rouge orthopedist. They'll ship the mattress to your house. It's crazy. It comes in a box. It's like wrapped up in a box. It's crazy to watch it. Like,
That's the biggest room I've ever seen.
Brody Dupree, call me stupid, but I like well-packaged stuff. I do too, Brody. I think they do a great job with Dead Sox.
What?
Jed Meyer, this team looks flat and tired every day. Well, they didn't look flat and tired on Thursday. They looked awesome, and they came out actually on fire in the first game of this doubleheader. But, man, Ronnie on the broadcast made a good point. It almost feels like a fighter. When a fighter gets dazed and boy's got to get his faculties back about him, that's what LSU looks like right now. Like, Ridge Roussel, do you think it's time to make a coaching change after the season? Maybe hire a young fiery guy. So, Ridge, I've said this a few times, man. I do think Paul Maneri is going to retire after this year. Paul's kind of always sort of made it known that he wants to coach through this current contract, which would be 2024, which would also mean these guys that are freshmen, Morgan and Cruz and Thompson, all these guys, they'd be juniors in that season. So that team could be really good. But I think he's kind of always wanted to coach through this contract. But realistically, man, I've mentioned this a few times, I think maybe on Morning Scone and some other things. But, with Paul's dad passing a few years ago and he was close to Tommy Lasorda, who died this year. He had that neck surgery. There's been a lot that's been taken out of him the past couple of years, man. He's dealt with a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me. I think I know there are people encouraging that, and I think it's probably something that will happen. I think Paul will probably retire after this year.
Sure.
I'd be inclined to say, man, if you're thinking about that and it's something you're really going to do, announce it now and kind of let the rest of the season be a victory lap of sorts. Take your bows and your congratulations, etc. Like we all knew Skip's last year in 01. So, and Mike Martin at Florida State before he retired made it sort of known it was his last year. Bobby Bennett, let's see, Fauché, they crush fastball. Dunn keeps calling him. Well, Fauché, that's also because Blake Money doesn't have a good secondary pitch. That's the point that I was making. It's like, that's why I don't understand starting him.
Yes.
That's not like you have to call pitches that your pitcher can execute. You can't keep calling off speed stuff that he can't throw for a strike. That's why Marceau's incredible, is that he can throw 4 pitches for a strike. That was a brutal call. God, dog. That's what should have been on this inning. This is brutal. This is brutal. Eddie Cooper, Matt, do you see any of the spring game? I did, Eddie. I had the spring game on my Surface, and I had the first baseball game. There he goes, again on TV. So I did see the spring game. Let Max Johnson look good. Nussmeier's interceptions were a little concerning. Finley threw a pick. No Ollie Gay or Andre Anthony. Ojolari looked really good. Dale Rosenthal left tackle's a turnstile. I love seeing Jontre Kirkland go off. And I really think someone asked me this morning who are the first three receivers, who will be the three receivers on the first snap of the season. I said Keyshawn Boutte, and I said Jeray Jenkins and Jontre Kirkland. I figured he'd go with the veterans, but man, I tell you, Jontre Kirkland did nothing to dissuade that today, man. He was awesome. Like 200 yards receiving. He was awesome. Tim Edwards, I blame Lynn Rollins for the jinxing game too. So, Tim, I don't believe in jinxes. No disrespect to you, Tim. I just think believing in jinxes is a losing mentality. I think winners just go execute, and LSU doesn't have a team of winners that could finish that. Terry Ducote, I was sitting next to Malazzo's dad at the barbershop. He said they were fixing his swing. Maneri said he didn't like the new swing and that if he didn't go back to his old way, he wouldn't play. They're extremely frustrated with Paul. I don't blame him, Terry. I'll tell you this much about Malazzo. I don't think he'll be a 300 hitter, but the thing that's improved with him here of late is at least he's putting the ball in play. I can handle outs if they're productive outs, if it's coming from a player that's basically playing because he's an elite glove at a premium defensive position, and that's Malazzo. He's an elite defensive catcher at a premium position. So I can handle him not hitting. We've talked about this. It was the same with Papirski not hitting early in his career. It didn't matter because Alex Lang could throw his 58-foot breaking ball that every hitter would swing over, and Papirski blocked it up every time. The problem with Travinsky is he doesn't block up anything, and kid strikes out in 75% of his SEC at bats. I mean, I need to look at the updated stats, but it was something like he had struck out 8 of his 11 SEC at bats. It's like, come on, man, you can't. 46 people watching, only 21 likes. So please, 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 please hit the like. You can see just at the number that have started watching since we started. It's just so important that you hit the like button. So I just very much, that's the only thing I'm asking. Just hit that little thumbs up. And if you're on your phone and you don't see the thumbs up, X out of the chat, then you'll see the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, then come right back. You'll see the live chat. Just tap the live chat. You'll see it right back there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Early prediction for Friday night starter next year. Good question, Vincent. I would, if you made me pick it today, I would pick Ty Floyd. I think Floyd has the stuff to be a Friday night guy. I think Floyd, Edwards, Helmer's, Money would be those in contention for it. But Money's got a lot of improvement. But if you made me guess today, I would say Ty Floyd. Should have never taken Labus out that early in game 2. Kyle, that early? I mean, he had loaded the bases, bro. I mean, that was the time I was okay pulling him there. They'd seen him third time through the lineup. I mean, he absolutely should have started the inning. I mean, he was at 58 pitches. I'm okay pulling him. I'm not super okay going to Fontenot. I would have gone to Edwards there.
You need help?
Vincent Jontre owned the defense. He was awesome. Brody Dupree, speaking of the spring game, defense looks good for running defense. So here's the thing about that, Brody. And this is why, like, when people ask me my thoughts on the spring game, I'd rather talk about, like, individual players than, like, the offense or defense as a whole. Because here's the conundrum, right? So you go, okay, defense played well. Well, did the defense play well because the offense isn't that good? Or is, or vice versa, right? Like, so that's kind of the tricky part. So I don't know. And you also didn't get to see Ollie Gay or Andre Anthony in there. Todd Harris didn't participate this spring. He's going to be a starting safety. So there's still a lot of players I think we're expecting to see. Can you turn that down just a hair?
What?
Erica just randomly yells creamy artichoke dip at home, by the way. It's her favorite food.
Matt.
Well, I'm sure they're kind of wondering why you're yelling creamy artichoke dip. Drew watches Wheel of Fortune puzzles all the time. I think that's kind of how that's actually a big way how he learned the alphabet. But so he'll go to YouTube and watch Wheel of Fortune puzzles day in and day out. And so he just randomly walks around. He's like, exhilarating water slide, creamy artichoke dip. By the way, if you're ever on Wheel of Fortune and you get to the prize puzzle, make sure you choose a Y, because Y is sometimes substituted as a vowel, obviously. And so in those prize puzzles, a lot of times Y's pop up in the prize puzzle. G is another consonant that shows up a lot in the prize puzzle. So if you're ever in Wheel of Fortune and you get to the bonus round, make sure one of the letters you choose, one of the consonants you choose is a Y. It's like choosing another vowel. You're welcome. Craig Duga, too early for a pour? Never. Never, ever. Terry Dakota, he needs to watch Jeff Bagwell swing. Spread out, get low, keep his head and body still. Yeah, Jeff Bagwell looked like he was doing a split. Matt, did Lynn say Sanders was at LSU? I don't know who you're talking about, Sanders. Sorry. I'm not really listening to the broadcast. Are you talking about the South Carolina pitcher, Sanders? I didn't hear what Lynn said. Do you worry if Paul retires one of the big three freshmen transfer? I do not. I do not at all. Craig, recent got a bottle of Cream of Kentucky. Haven't cracked it yet. Hoping I didn't overspend on subpar juice. It is not subpar juice. Cream of Kentucky is fantastic. I'm curious what you spent on it, though. But we were in New Orleans in, a boy.
Good job.
We were in New Orleans in November, beginning of November, and just randomly walking to a liquor store, and they had Cream of Kentucky on the shelf. So cousin bought it. We cracked it that weekend and sipped on it. It was really good. $150. It's about right. I'd pay that for it. What happened to Coleman? First freshman we got excited about. Coleman? Who's Coleman? Who am I missing? Coleman. I don't know who you're talking about, Coleman. Remind me, Rogers. Sorry. Coleman lost his stuff, couldn't throw a strike to save his life. Who are y'all talking about? Coleman. Who? Coleman. Why don't I know who y'all are talking about? Oh, Javen Coleman. Oh, honey. I think I need some caffeine. Oh, that's why. Oh, dude. So every day for AFR, 3 o'clock, I drink either Fire Energy or an energy drink, Rain or Monster, something like that, because they give us the product and we do the product placement on the set. So like on weekends, so my body just knows around 3 o'clock, like boom, I get this jolt of caffeine. So every week, this happens every weekend. Like around this time, I start to be like, God, I'm so tired. Go take a nap. I'm like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. That's why. I was just like, I'm just foggy because my body just is so dependent on the caffeine because it gets it every single day. Yeah, Javen Coleman wasn't any good. What's wrong with that lube? Thank you, babe. Doo-doo-doo. I wasn't gonna wait to take this till closer to. It was 4 o'clock. Almost 4. Y'all remember Hudco hat party? Y'all are doing anything? Seriously, come on, hang out with us, man. We'll be at the Boru. If you haven't been to Boru yet, it's in Electric Depot on Government Street. Really cool vibe. Of course, the Ichiban people, the Wongs who own Ichiban, opened Boru. That's their new concept. And really, the food's awesome. Like when you walk in, so it's casual. You order it at these kiosks, and where you stand at the kiosk to order. You get a runner on and Dugas and Doty strike. 3 and 4 in your lineup strike out. Boru. Yeah, so they open up Boru. Food's awesome. When you walk in, there's this kiosk where you order, and there's like this glass room. I mean, let's say room. It's almost like a box. It could fit maybe just a couple people in it, but it's where they hand roll every noodle, and it's amazing. It's awesome. And if you got kids and you want to bring your kids too, because there's an indoor-outdoor space. You can run around the courtyard. There's going to be live music. There's live music every Friday and Saturday from 6 to 9. And then they have an Asian or Japanese ice cream dessert shop called Sweet Society attached to Boru. So it's like you walk down. It's interesting how the layout is. It was supposed to be one restaurant. Well, where Sweet Society was the entrance to the restaurant, where the host stand would have been, and then you walk up these stairs down the hall into the dining area. Well, they made that Sweet Society, and so you walk up down the hall, and then you're in the Boru, and then there's doors on the other side when you're to enter Boru by the patio as well. So it's really cool. Hopefully I'm glad we're doing it there, because hopefully a lot of people who haven't been yet come out and get to experience Boru. Because it's a really cool spot. It's affordable. I mean, you can eat an entree for $12, $13. And get a hat. Get a Hudco hat. Got them all in my car. Let's see who else we got here.
Like a nice basket or something.
What?
Put them in like a nice basket or something.
Put what in a basket?
The hats.
You want me to put the Hudco hats in a nice basket?
How are you gonna get them?
I'll just have them on the table.
Just sitting there?
Yeah. You want me to take a big old basket and put 100 hats in a big basket? You got a big basket where I can fit 100 hats?
Well, I mean, I could maybe might be 2 or 3 baskets. I don't have to do. I'm just. I didn't know what your plan was.
Shoot, I forgot Javen Coleman was even on the team. Let's see. Did Morgan turn down the draft money to come to LSU? He's pretty darn good. No, and the reason Gulf South is most of those guys that are going to get drafted can hit for power as well. So power is always the last thing to develop, and guys that have it when they're young are always the ones that get drafted because you can step in and you can hit for average and for power right away. Morgan, although he's hit a couple of home runs this year, doesn't really hit for power yet, and he doesn't play a premium position defensively. So Dylan Cruz going opposite field 400-foot home runs as a freshman, there's a reason Dylan Cruz should not be playing college baseball, but I'm glad he is. Terry Ducote, I like that Max was making the correct reads, delivering the ball on time. Finley will not take another snap at LSU. He is all arm talent. We'll be so sure, Terry. Finley was super poised. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I think Max is has the best potential of the 4. But Finley started 5 games. He went on the road and won as a freshman. Like fourth quarter comeback against Arkansas, game-winning drive in the rain. Just got to be realistic about what the expectations are. I'm curious about Finley though. So TJ Finley, is dating Amora Graves. Remember Marshall Graves played basketball at LSU? His sister Amora is a really talented basketball player. She just signed with the women's basketball program, and TJ's dating her. They've been dating for a long time. So that may keep him here instead of transferring. Just something to file away. FYI. Cool, Garrett. Let's see. We need to get our bunt game on point if we're going to win the Super Bowl. Can't win the big one if we can't make free throws. You might be right, Scott. well done, Junior Hall. Well done, or J.R. Hall. Craig, wouldn't you rather him watching WF over the other crap, or Wheel of Fortune on the interwebs? My godchild sits for hours watching people play video games. Hey, man, what's funny is, Craig, you can crap on people who watch gamers, and like I don't play video games, I don't watch people playing video games, but you know what their argument would be? You watch people stand on a field and throw a little object at other people who try to swing at it. Whatever you find is entertainment. To each their own. And gaming is a thing, bro. Gaming is an undeniable thing. Matt, if LSU loses today, how much does another series loss hurt their postseason chances? So Billy, I don't know if you heard, man. I did talk about that a little bit earlier, but thank you for the question. If LSU loses this game, I think they're done. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic. Really, I'm not. It's just math. If they lose this game, they're 4 wins. I think realistically, your hope is you get 1 each against Arkansas and Ole Miss. That puts you at 6. And then even if you win each of the next 3 series, that puts you at 12 conference wins. The last time LSU missed postseason, they won 13 conference games in 2011. Now the rules have changed, and LSU's RPI that year was like 21 or 23 or something like that. And they should have been in, but they didn't make the SEC tournament. So now the SEC's expanded the tournament, so LSU would get in there. And I think they'd make a regional at 13 wins, but that's at 12. So if you lose this game, you will have to take at least 1 from each of Arkansas and Ole Miss, and you would have to sweep somebody. Which, do you think this team's capable of that? I don't. I think it's mathematically improbable that LSU makes it to the post. That's why blowing this afternoon's game was just so massive. It was so critical. And then I would say this one and game 2 against Tennessee, where you had the lead in the 9th and you blew it. And the reason is because of what we just talked about. It's like those two. Let's say they end up at 12. Let's say they end up at 12 conference wins. Well, those 2 games you blew in the 9th or the 7th, those 2 games would have put you at 14, which puts you squarely in the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's why, like, it's cliche to say, well, every game matters, but it just does. It's like they're going to lose this game. They're down 6-0. I don't think they have a rally, and they're already in the 4th. But I hope they do. But if they don't and they lose this game, I mean, you need to sweep somebody along the way and win 1 each of the next 2 weeks just to get to 13, which was the number when you missed the postseason the last time. You know, it's just you'd have to win a series against Arkansas or Ole Miss to best that number. It's just not realistic. Look at you, E-Rock. There's 2 boxes of it. Well, I need to make sure I pull some hats too, because we have some hats that need to go to people who've been asking for a long time, like Brian Annie Pinton and save me at least 10. Who else asked?
There's 11 in this open bag.
Okay. You can get me. Tim Edwards with Ole Miss and Arkansas on deck. Postseason is starting to look unlikely. We just kind of like the numbers. Craig Duga, try community coffee, cold espresso cream. You'll be bouncing off the walls for a good hour. I don't really need that. I like 5-hour energy. So we have a deal with the Monster distributor who provides us the energy drinks that you see on the set for AFR. I like the no sugar ones. So they got Monster, no sugar. They got Rain, which is no sugar. So those are the ones that I like. Before we did their deal, I used to take a 5-hour energy literally every day before my show. Like 250 as well as walking in the studio, I crushed one.
How many do you have?
What?
Hats.
I don't know. A lot. There's the other box in there too.
Yeah, this is only.
Huh?
Yeah, there's only 24 boxes. Just FYI. It's 24 and 12.
Let me ask Tilly. Does Paul survive if LSU doesn't make the postseason? So Billy, you might have jumped up here late.
I keep these boxes there for
Yeah, that's fine.
decorations.
I think my feeling is I think Paul, just judging by some conversations I've had, I do think Pulmonary is likely to retire after the season. Terry, you should do more of these. It makes it suck less. It makes the suck less. Got it. I will, Terry. I appreciate it. But honestly, and I'll tell you all this. This is the thing. I like doing this. I don't mind doing it at all. I like to chat with y'all as we're watching the game. I'm really cool with it. The thing that you can do to help me seriously is subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. For two reasons. When you subscribe, obviously it will increase the number of people that have a chance to see this video, and then also into the YouTube algorithm. And then whenever you hit the thumbs up, that just tells YouTube, and it's not someone sitting there manning a YouTube computer. It is their algorithm with how they distribute videos, how they show videos. Like if we have 43 people watching, and if I end up with like more likes than concurrent views, obviously what that's telling their algorithm is, hey, people who are interested in LSU or baseball, are liking this video, then they'll show it into their feed. So yes, if you could hit the like, that's just a massively important thing for YouTube's algorithm. So, and subscribe. Thank you. But yeah, I'll keep doing them. Where are we? Hey, Matt, Scott McClendon, did you see the end of the ESPN telecast of the LSU spring game? Why do you think Coach Joe was so upset? Some of the guys in the tunnel, I couldn't tell who is mad or what went wrong. I did not see that. I'm sorry. This had started, so I jumped over here to watch the second part of this game. Correct. E-Rock's always thinking of presentation.
Watch that orange tissue paper. I wish I would have known that.
She wishes she had orange tissue paper. Well, you know where they probably have orange tissue paper?
They do have orange tissue paper.
Walgreens. You can find anything at Walgreens.
Not necessarily anything, but you can find orange tissue paper.
Not people playing video games. He watched people watching people play video games. So, well, got it. Mm-hmm. Trey Day, pretty cool thing of you to do, Matt. Glad I now know. Wish I had more time to listen and watch. Always enjoy when I get to. Look forward to more of this. Too bad the team is struggling so much. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Trey. Appreciate you, man. Tiger Leg 24. Paul retires. Does LSU have to pay him the remainder of his contract? Usually, what happens, Tiger Leg 24, whenever they when that happens, they'll usually negotiate the remainder of the contract. Doty. All right. It's unlikely they would pay him the entirety. Maybe they split the difference to buy out the deal, but it's usually something that's negotiated. But don't worry, it's not your money anyway. You had a package too. Oh, that was the robe, I guess.
Isn't that way better than just?
Oh, that looks so much better.
Make sure these are gonna fall in the car. Make sure you put them back like that.
Just put the bill down so they're wedged. Well, they travel, Erica. That's all the hats we have. At 50? Okay. Well, hopefully a lot of people that come tonight came to the first one and have their hat already. So if you come to the Hutco hat party tonight, come and I thought I did. That's both boxes?
24 boxes.
Tilly must have the other ones. All right, I'll tell him to bring them.
Yeah,
I'll tell him to bring them. Let's see. Chili Vic, is this team losing because of lack of talent or coaching? So I would say, so here's my thing on baseball. I'll give you a long answer to that question. You can't look at it's not an absolute. Okay, so baseball is different from football in game in that in football, your coaches are literally calling every play. Like your offensive coordinator is literally calling sequentially every play of the game. Defensively, they have to anticipate what the other team's going to do, try to put the right guys in the field, call the right defense, when to call the right blitz, you know what I mean, all that sort of stuff. That's not exactly true in baseball. Like the coach can't hit for the player. The coach can't field the grounder and make the throw. Like, yeah, I mean, you could have your advanced scouting and see, okay, well, this guy pulls it 70% of the time, so we're going to shade to the right. You know what I mean? Like, you could do that sort of stuff, but the coach can't execute pitches for the pitcher. The coach can't hit for the hitter. It's different in that respect. But what your coach needs to do is have the right lineup in place and to be able to compete. This team, as I said from the very beginning of the season, came into the season with one guy who had proven he could hit SEC pitching. It's the guy batting right now, Cade Beloso, who started the season batting around the Mendoza line. So you were going to need to rely on pitching until hopefully your offense caught up. Now you're starting to see some guys hit. Dylan Cruz hit, Trey Morgan's hitting, Kate Doty's hitting, Beloso's picking it up. But losing Jaden Hill is massive because the huge advantage you had was a guy like A.J. Levis on Sundays, which not many people have any Game 3 starter, let alone a guy who's done 100 innings. So they've had some bad fortune. They're definitely a young team. There's no way around that. You have 3 freshmen starting in your everyday lineup. Beloso got another knock. I love seeing him hit. So happy for him. But you get my point, though, right? Like, you could talk about Maneri and roster management. I think, Paul, one of the things that annoys me the most is he does play favorites, and I don't like that they go into the season without their lineup set. He prefers to let it be an evolving thing during the year, which it seems like they have it set now. But I would rather game 1 you have that set. That's what you use fall and preseason for. It's not coincidental that LSU usually starts playing its best baseball at the middle of SEC play. It's because this is what they do. He tinkers and evolves, and usually somewhere around the middle of the season, he knows what he's got, and then they roll with it. And they can play consistent. I would love to see that consistency throughout the year. So that's not a very direct answer to your question, Chili, but I think they have young talent, and that's part of the reason why you lose a game like you lost earlier today. You know, you had situations offensively where you could have put South Carolina away and you didn't. And then you buckled late. Sucks, but it happens. Scott McClendon, LSU baseball does perform well in these 7-inning doubleheader games. You know, Scott, I think that's like too broad of a stroke to say they don't perform well. I just think 7-inning games are stupid. I mean, 7-inning games are stupid. There's a reason that there's 27 outs. I mean, anyway. Tim, any plan on a post-game show after football this year? Tim, we don't have that finalized yet, man. Thanks to everybody who's hit the like. I really do appreciate that. I know everybody keeps asking me about whiskey and wine, and we don't have a plan yet. The one thing I know for sure is that it won't be me and Jordy, obviously. So is it me and Roe? Is it me and somebody else? Do we just not do anything? I don't know. We haven't decided that yet. Give me suggestions. I'm open to them. The Bakers. Hey, Matt. Love the show. Sorry I'm late. Hey, OW. How did the spring game go, or is it happening now? Happened earlier. Went pretty well. Offense was pretty sluggish early. BJ Ojolari, I thought, played really well. Jontre Kirkland was the star. He had like 200 receiving yards. Thought Max looked the best of the quarterbacks. Nussmeier threw a couple of picks to linebackers, just kind of baiting him into throws. Finley threw a pick. Great arm talent, man. Finley can sling it. Brennan had a couple of nice balls, too. That sounds funny to say. Brennan had nice balls. See, Vincent, I don't know if it's just me, but once you get past high school ball, there shouldn't be any 7-inning baseball games. Completely agree. Can you still do companion shows with Horsey? I guess it's supposed to be Jordy. No, can't. Lack of arms. Got to be able to recruit better in that area. You see, the thing that's from Matthew Brennan. The thing is, Matthew, like, this is a year where they actually do have arms. I mean, you got everybody back. Beck getting hurt early that hurts, man. I mean, that was a veteran guy you were counting, your number 8 jersey wearer, a veteran guy you were counting on to be a strike thrower out of the bullpen. And then obviously at 6'7", he comes at a different arm angle. So that's a pretty good contrast when you pull that guy out of the bullpen. So, you lose Beck, you lose Jaden Hill. I mean, you lost some pretty significant guys you were counting on this year too. The Baker, subscribed and thumbs up. Thank you.
Yay.
Let's see, the Supercross dude. Hello from Germany. What's up? Deutschland. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate that. So are you an LSU guy or you just happen to find us? The Supercross dude. Well, every whiskey and wine. I get asked that every day. I mean, y'all, I would. The Giacomo swing straight through a changeup. Oh, that's a good pitch. God, dog, it's a good pitch. That Gio's not great. Anyway, I get asked every day about whiskey and wine, y'all, and it's pretty cool to do something that's that popular, right? That people think that much of, and 2:30, I think he finished. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. Some people have a problem with the show continuing without Jordy. I mean, it's just the thing that's for certain is just not going to be the same. It's just that, like, you can't create the same dynamic when you don't have the same people. It's just, I mean, that's just the nature of it. It's, I'll tell people this all the time. Like, in media, chemistry is worth its weight in gold. It's the hardest thing to find. When you find it, it's worth its weight in gold, and it just cannot be replicated or fabricated. You just can't fake it. So. That's one of the reasons that show worked really well, man. Is Jordy and I are great friends, have been for a long time. We get along well. We complement each other well. It's the first time anyone ever really did what we did in that respect, right? To actually be kind of completely raw and drinking and cursing, and Erica loved it.
I think I did it here.
We did do it here a couple times, yeah. But I don't know. If games 1 and 2 are forced in a doubleheader, are they only 7 innings too, or just games 2 and 3? If you have to play 2 games in a day, that's the SEC rule, is that they become 7-inning games. Yes. To be honest, 7 innings helps us. We don't have guys in the bullpen that can get outs. I mean, Matthew, there is that. I mean, that is like the positive spin on it. But boy, I certainly would have liked 6 more outs in game 2, right? An opportunity to make up that deficit. And you got arms, and you never know who you might be able to go to. Travinsky. Down 1 and 2. Let's see if there's the changeup again. That's been this kid's out pitch. Yep, we left it up. 83. Bro, that big kid's got a whip, man. A changeup coming in at 83 make you look silly. He just left that one up. Travinsky was on it. Let's see. You and Roe would be awesome on a post-game show. Cool, man. I'm down for that. It's really just a matter of Roe came and did whiskey and wine for most of the shows this year. It's a matter of if he'd be willing to do that. I'd do it with him for sure if he'd be down. Oh, wait. Did he foul that off? No. Did y'all just see that? Kid just threw the ball behind Travinsky, and it hit Travinsky's bat. Oh, so that's a foul ball. Travinsky's batting. It goes behind him. He does this and ducks, and it hits his bat behind him. So it's a foul ball. Travinsky. That a boy? Get through. So, companion show for the draft. We did that last year. We've done it the past couple of years for the draft. I'm for it. I mean, we did it in studio. Then last year with COVID, we did it via Zoom with like our whole staff jumping on at random times. That's when Hanny had his viral moment. I'm down. I think we'll probably end up doing something like that for sure.
When is it?
Not this coming Thursday, but the next. Last Thursday in April. Craig Bergeron, Bourbon and Brews with you, Hester and Rowe. Hester does LSU radio and CST stuff, so he's out. Rowe will do it just to get the free cigars. The free cigars and the booze. Huh? Oh, sorry. Tim Edwards, you and Island Handy on a pre-post game show. Handy can costume change for his normal show. Oh man. Let's see. Just say the word. We'll start sending our nice letters to Flynn requesting whiskey wine stay the same. I mean, give the people what we want. Yeah, it's just not going to happen, man. I mean, y'all can send whatever letters y'all want. It's just not going to happen. Same play happened in Tulane a few weeks ago. The ball went forward in the field of play. When he made it to first, that's a hell of a base hit. So, all right, what time is it? 4:11. All right, y'all. Hey, I'll remind you, I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving my house at 5 o'clock to head to Beau Rue, so I can get there early and get a table and set up and all that stuff. But Hudco hat party. By the way, Hudco Roofing. I'll remind y'all. Very pleased to be on the Hudco team with Terrio and guys like Richard Tilley and Sam Hay, Jeff Hudson, John Michael Garcia up in North Louisiana. So if y'all are in North Louisiana, remember Hudco started in Bossier. So I mean Shreveport, Bossier, Hudco's been up there 20 years. We're the new kid on the block in Baton Rouge, but coming. So a lot of people had wind and hail this week with all the bad weather. So love to do a roof inspection if if you had hail. The crazy thing is, like, you tell people that, and I say all the time, like, there's only two ways to find out if you have roof damage. You either let us come do an inspection, or you wait till it rains and then you have water in your house. And you could say that a million times, and it just isn't always going to resonate. I cannot tell you how many calls this week. Hey, man, I got a leak in my roof. I got water coming to my house. Like, okay, we can't come during a storm and tarp 100 people or 200 people's houses. So one alternative is better than the other. So if you had hail, it's way better to just be proactive. It's free. I mean, just come out, get on the roof and look. I mean, if there's damage, you file an insurance claim, you get your roof replaced. If not, great. You don't pay anything. So anyway, but y'all come hang out tonight, man. All right, let me show you the basket. Here's Erica's presentation.
It's not that nice.
What?
I mean, it's just a basket. No tissue or anything like that.
It's just a basket, no tissue or anything. She got this wicker basket with all the Hudco hats in
And
it.
that's not how it's supposed to, the top.
Oh, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Because these hats here
Should balance in between the other
should
two.
balance in between the other two like this.
Not exactly, but.
Not exactly, but kind of. Is this how it's going to go?
No.
Erica's going to show up tonight, and this is going to be a big disheveled mess, and she's going to be so hurt by it. But anyway,
I just think your presentation's important.
these are the Hudco hats. If you come tonight to Beau Rue, you get a Hudco hat.
Presentation's important, Matt.
Presentation is totally important, Erica. You're right. So I need a shower and get dressed and get moving.
Okay.
I was talking to them.
Oh,
I was not talking to you. Do you like your
I
background?
love it. Super nice.
Who else we got here? Oh, good. My water, good. Junior Hall, for the love of anybody who's played the game, Travinsky, take it in the back and take a free base. Ground the ball to second base, inning over. Bakers love the show, Matt. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Or to all of you. Scott, love your post game after LSU football. You're normally frustrated. I'm frustrated after game. For me, it's a great relief for me to get rid of my built-up frustration. A lot of people say that about that. I mean, but it's also, I'll tell you, it's also why the show that Hannegriff has done forever, I could never do. It's like it takes a very specific skill set as a broadcaster to be able to do a traditional post-game show like Hannegriff does, where you take calls and you're tempered and you give your opinion and out. Like I am way too like up, down. Like I am like my emotions just get way too much of me.
No.
And there it is. What happened? Oh.
Damn you, SEC, whatever he's saying there.
Drew is watching. Look, I'm gonna show you.
You're not gonna be.
You're not gonna be.
Just reminding you.
You're not in it. I'm gonna show the ceiling. You can see our ceiling, everybody. Okay. Drew. Whoops. Who is watching? What are you watching? Ryan. He's watching. R is for Ryan. Good job, bud. Very good. He's watching. That's Ryan's letter when he goes, "Damn you, SEC athletic directors!" Whenever they were like going to take away tailgating. So he goes on YouTube and just watches videos. He loves. I can't begin to tell you how much he loves Terrio. Hey, who is that? Who are you holding? Who's in your hand? Drew, who is that? Who is this? Drew, who is this? Goofy. Very good. So to those of y'all who asked, damn you, SEC athletic directors. He can't say much, but he can say damn you, SEC athletic directors. Huh, bud? Huh. Bad. Yes, my kid says damn you, SEC athletic directors. Bad. Says that no one understands what he's saying.
We do because we know. No one else does.
And so you also can see that Drew is actually legitimately a very happy kid that smiles and laughs a lot. And he does legitimately love Ryan Terrio. He sits here and watches videos of Ryan all the time. Huh. All right, who else we got? Spurge, what's up, Spurge? The dugout after short coming over the middle, straight flat seat. Craig, we're getting a draft watch along this year. We did Handy in a full floral pattern shirt. Yes, that'll happen. Spurge, Matt, how about sending me a Hutco hat to seed the market before y'all come to Dallas? You got one, Spurge. You know that. Say the word. Or I guess you just did. How do you change the name you see in the chat? Great question. I think you'd have to change your login on your account. So if you're logged in with your Google account, that's how you're commenting. So you could start a YouTube account as opposed to being logged in via your Google account. If anybody knows better than that, better advice, let me know. Spurge, he's getting tall. He is getting tall, man. He is very tall. He's like, last time we checked, he's like 80th percentile for height. Like he is a tall kid. But his you're good. His weight is really low. That's the problem. Thank you, the Bakers. Apollo Balboa, 1985. Hey, Drew, what's up? Matt, I need gutters. Any company I can recommend. Thanks for the question.
Dash
So
Mom.
Dash your mommy's phone. Okay, bring me mommy's phone.
bring mommy's phone.
Bring me my phone and I'll put on Dash it.
Now he's gonna watch old episodes of Morning Scone.
Oh, it's hooked up. Sorry.
Oh.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Look, there's another.
There
Woo!
you go.
Welcome to the Moscona Crazy House.
Here, bud.
So about gutters. So at HUDCO we're not doing gutters. Who do we recommend for gutters? Gosh dog it, I'm sorry. Relief Windows does not do gutters. They do windows, doors, and siding.
Well, I know, but I know how it's considered.
All right. You and Terrio baseball post game shows. I mean, he'd probably do some of that, but he just wouldn't commit to doing it all the time. Like if I had started this via a Zoom and set my Zoom stream to YouTube and send him the link and he'd jump on for a minute. Maybe I'll do that next time. So I can invite people to join. Oh, y'all, I do need to go take a shower and get ready. All right, hey, for real though, by the way, is anybody coming? Shout me out. Like, let me know if anybody's planning on coming tonight. Boru HUDCO hat party, 6 o'clock until 9. Live music, happy hour specials the entire time we're there. Great food. Come get a free hat. I'll be there. Terry will be there. Our HUDCO team. Actually, Jeff Hudson of HUDCO. Jeff Hudson from our founder of the company from Shreveport. Jeff and Sherry, their daughter Lindsay, is a freshman at LSU. So they're here this weekend, moving Lindsay back home for the summer. And so they're coming to hang out, which is really cool. Okay. All right, y'all. Dude, thank you so much, everybody. Is Drew going? Drew is coming. Yep. Erica and Drew are going to come for not right at 6 because he has to wear. He gets like a feeding tube feed. And what time are you going to start it? 4:30.
Yeah, as soon as you get off,
4:30. Yeah, so he'll be here a little.
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. He'll probably be there about 6:30. So yes, Drew will be there about 6:30. So y'all come hang out. Okay, guys. Let's see.
Margarita mix.
I was planning to, but it's an hour drive. I have a 5:30 showing. No, probably not. All good. And congrats on the 5:30 showing. I assume you're a realtor. By the way, if you're a realtor, Gulf South, whose name I don't know, I just see Gulf South up there. If you're a realtor and you ever come upon a situation at closing where you have a roof issue, love to help, provided you're in Louisiana. But if it's an hour, I'd assume you're in Louisiana. We do service New Orleans. Finished the job in New Orleans this week, as a matter of fact.
Oh my God, I'm playing with that cat. Aww.
Look at Drew's playland.
So silly boy.
If anyone ever asks, is Drew really a happy kid? People ask me, they're like, man, I see pictures, he's smiling. Is he really that happy? He just, in his own little world, laughs and all the time. Oh, Richard Bruce. Yeah, Richard, I recognize you from Facebook. Absolutely. For sure, man. Yeah, Richard, you ever come across in real estate where you need a roof? Holla at us. Margarita mix. My kid says, damn USC athletic directors and margarita mix. Okay. Margarita mix. That's when Boudreaux's Bloody Mary mix and margarita mix sponsored Morning Scone. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna end this. I need to go get ready. So hope to see many of y'all at the HUDCO hat party today. Boru sucks. The Tigers look like they're gonna fall again. This will very likely do it for their postseason chances, unless they can pull off a miracle somewhere along the way. But okay, morning scone tomorrow morning. We'll see y'all. Please, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up, please. Hit the like. If you've not done so yet, please hit the like. That's just so important. Can't even begin to tell you how important that is. So, okay, y'all. Have an awesome one. See you.